What's new, Poke-Crew? It's your turn, Crobat here. You are watching Week 7 of the Indigo League of Legends. Now, in the last battle that I had in this league, I unfortunately lost to Necro Stevo. But this week, I was pretty scared because Isaiah, he is the coach of the Minnesota Munchlax. First of all, if you want a chance to battle him, please do. His links will be in my description, so make sure you go check that out. However, Isaiah brought all sorts of threatening Pokemon. As you can see, he's bringing the Escavalier, the Aeigislash, the Garchomp, the Florges, the Cloyster, and that Mega Lopunny. The night before that we battled, I had just found out that he's bringing, or that he traded the he grabbed that Mega Lopunny. Actually, he traded his Mega Gyarados for the Mega Lopunny. So that was pretty interesting. It was pretty threatening for me because I didn't know what I was going to do. That Mega Lopunny is power. It's true power, and it's fast. It could sweep my whole team if you wanted to. So, looking at that team, me and the Scruffy Fox, we really needed to think of ways to kind of go about possible Pokemon he was going to bring. So looking at my team now, I'm rocking the pretty in pink, the Crobat, a defensive Crobat, holding the Rocky Helmet with Inner Focus this week. The reason why I have Inner Focus is because, in case that Mega Lopunny wants to fake out, I won't flinch and I can take it out with a Brave Bird. I also have Taunt for a setup Mons, Roost, and U-turn. I have Winehouse, the Mega Guard, with Sub and Willow to cripple those powerful Mons, Hyper Voice, and Psyshock to deal out great damage. And you know what? Having a Psyshock on Winehouse is fantastic, and I love it. I love it. It's a great move to have, really. So Pretty in Pink the Melodic is coming. Holding leftovers, a generic set with Scald, Ice Beam, Dragon Tail, and Recover. I have Dragon Tail for those Mons that want to set up. Usually you see those type of moves on Melodic, so it's another kind of like generic set that you kind of often see on Melodic, but you know what, it's a great set to have. It's definitely, it covers a lot, so yeah. And I have Spyglass the Metagross, holding the Shuka Berry that will lessen the damage when hit with an EQ. I have Meteor Mash, EQ, Zen Headbutt for coverage, and Ice Punch for that Garchomp because I wanted Metagross to get hit with an EQ, so then the berry will activate, and an EQ won't hurt me that much. So I'm also rocking Jolteon the Raikou, holding the air balloon in case I predict an EQ. I have HP Ice for that reason. In case that Garchomp wants to EQ, I can try to predict that, switch into Raikou, which is holding the air balloon. And yeah, so I also have Thunderbolt and Volt Switch and Toxic. I'm glad I have Toxic. It's definitely a coverage move that will pay off, in the long run. I also have Blurry Face the Shaman, holding leftovers with Seed Flare, Earth Power, Synthesis, and Aromatherapy. It's another generic set, but, what? It's a great set nonetheless. So we're just gonna get into this battle because I was frightened. I was frightened, to say the least, about going up against, an Aeigislash, a Mega Lopunny. Oh my god, that Garchomp and everything. But he leads off with the Lopunny, and I really just wanted to U-turn. What I wanted to do was, if he was not going to lead with Lopunny, I just wanted to U-turn out. But, he led with Lopunny, that's fine. I'm predicting a fake out here, but he surprises me with Protect. And at this point, I was thinking, well, he knows I'm going to go for Brave Bird. Is he going to switch out, or is he going to stay in? I didn't really want to take the risk of him switching out, so I'm just going to Brave Bird. I wanted to Brave Bird anything. So, you know what? Getting some damage off definitely helps. So, Brave Birding that Lopunny, taking it out first turn is amazing. That's one huge threat out of the way, and that's one less Pokemon I have to worry about. So now he's going to go out into the Anchovy, the Cloyster, and my god, Cloyster with Shell Smash. Shell Smash is absolutely deadly, so I really just want to taunt that thing so it can't set up any rocks, so it can't, set up on me with Shell Smash. So I'm going to taunt it. He's going to hit me with the Icicle Crash, and it is going to hurt, but I am defensive, so I'm able to take at least one. I'm predicting a Nice Shard. I'm going to go in Pretty in Pink. He weirdly decides to use the Icicle Crash again. The reason why I say weirdly is because I was predicting an Ice Shard. From that range, I feel like an Ice Shard would have taken out the Crobat, but you know what? I'm not gonna really see that, am I? No. So he's gonna switch out because he knows Cloyster can't do a damn thing to my Melodic. And he's gonna go into this is Sparta the Escavalier. Now, this is interesting because Escavalier can't really do too much to me, so it was an interesting play that he, you know, decided to switch Escavalier into my Melodic. But I wanted to hit the Cloyster with a Scald. I actually really wanted to hit anything with a Scald. Melodic is basically at full health, so it didn't really bother me. So I just wanted to hit anything with it for a possible burn. And luckily, I do get the burn on the Escavalier. You know, I don't care he's going to knock off my leftovers. I really don't care because with that burn, he's not going to be able to do anything to me. And I also pack the Recover, so I don't mind at all. He's going to go into the Florges. I'm going to Scald again because why not? Melodic can take any attacks that Escavalier wanted to dish out, and if I can get some damage off of anybody, I'm sitting pretty. And as you can see, I get fairly decent amount of damage off on that Florges, and that's fine. I'm going to switch out. I don't want to take any attacks this Florges wants to offer. I'm going out into Spyglass. I'm predicting, you know, a Moonblast or a Dazzling Gleam or whatever. But this thing surprised me. It wants to set up all over me. And, you know, it's kind of, I didn't really take a risk, but I know that Spyglass can just eliminate this setting up Florges, and I didn't really care what this thing wanted to do because it's not like Florges can learn Flamethrower, or at least I don't think it can. But he's gonna go into King George. I'm gonna hit anything with a Meteor Mash. If I can get that Meteor Mash boost in attack, then I'm sitting pretty. And I really was hoping I was going to get this attack boost. And luckily I do, because 9 times out of 10, I do not get that boost. So I'm so glad that I was able to rack that attack up. I'm going to hit an EQ, because from this range, my attack is sky high. And you know what? I can just obliterate this Aeigislash with an EQ. I was kind of shocked that he didn't use King Shield. Maybe it was a special attacker, I really don't know. But, you know, it was weird that he didn't King Shield over my attack. But right here is the play that I wanted him to make. He did not know I was going to run the Shuka Berry to lessen the damage of EQ, and luckily I don't die, and I hit and take out that Garchomp with a nice punch. And this Metagross, Spyglass is putting in the finest of work. I'm so glad I was able to get a Metagross on my team. So he's going to go back out into this Sparta. I'm just going to EQ, because at this point, I mean, why not? It does take the Escavalier out, which is great. It's a crit. I don't think the crit mattered. I know my attack was high, but I don't think it mattered. Maybe it did. I don't know. I'm going to go out and hit a Meteor Mash on this Anchovy here. Just because, one, I thought it was going to do more damage than that. But, you know what? One, it does do a decent amount of damage, and I know that I can live Icicle Crash from this range. So I don't really care what I do. I know that another Meteor Mash may not take out the Cloyster. Maybe it would have. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to live after a Night Shard and take out the Cloyster with an Earthquake. A second Meteor Mash most likely would have taken him out. But you know what? I figured that EQ was going to work, but it does not. I'm predicting another Ice Shard, and I want to preserve my differential here, so I'm going to go out into Premium Pink. I'm expecting another Icicle Crash. I'm kind of surprised why he didn't go for another Ice Shard, because another Ice Shard I think would have finished off Metagross. Maybe not, but, you know, oh well. I'm going to go for a Scald. I can eat up those ice moves from that Cloyster all day long. I'm going up for a Scald. If he wants to switch out, that's fine. The Scald takes out the Cloyster, so now I get to see who he's going to go out into. The floor just decides that it wants to come out. And I'm figuring this floor just wants to set up all over me with Calm Mind, whatever this thing knows. I'm going to go into Winehouse, my Mega Gardevoir. Because at this point, why not? Only because I'm predicting another Calm Mind, and if he wants to Moonblast me, I can take a couple of them, maybe one. I think I can take at least 2. But he's going to Calm Mind all over me, so that was a great prediction on my part. Now, I can just Psyshock or Hyper Voice, whatever I decide to do. I'm figuring that Psyshock will do more damage than a Hyper Voice, because Psyshock just cuts through that bulk. It really does. Packing Psyshock on here was a great move to have. So you know what? Thank you, Scruffy Fox, for helping me out with that. It's going to be a 2-hit KO from here, and he can Moonblast all he wants. He's not going to take me out with a one-shot. And you know, like I said, I can take at least 2, or at least the second one will take me out. So I guess I can only take 1, but the second side shock here will finish up the floor just there. There was some pretty interesting plays on his part. When I say interesting, I mean I would like to find out why he did some of the things he did. Because you know he very well could have King Shielded on my Metagross, lowered my attack, and I would probably have to switch out at that point. So it's just kind of interesting. And I'm so glad that I packed the Sugar Berry for that Garchomp, but that first turn Lopunny not faking out, not using Fake Out, it was kind of, I guess I want to say a bad play on his part, because he did Protect, which, you know what, that's fine, I don't care, it's fine to do, but if you're going to run Lopunny, I feel like you definitely should have Fake Out. He might have Fake Out, I don't know, but Isaiah, it was a great battle. I enjoyed it. And I know that I did get a 6-0 over you. But it was a good battle. Because I know now that, what some of your moves are on these Pokemon. So next time that we do battle, it's going to be not necessarily an eye-opener, but it's going to be, like, I know what I'm going into. So I guess it is kind of an eye-opener. And you know what? I'm looking forward to our next battle. I really am. Isaiah definitely gave the Boston Baratics his all. So don't look at this battle as, oh, Isaiah can't battle. Do not look at that at all. Make sure you go check him out in my description, because he is going to be looking for battles and everything, just like I am. So he's going to be wanting to battle you people, you fans, you friends of mine, you family, you crew members. So make sure you go check Isaiah out. Like I said, he is the leader, or coach rather, of the Minnesota Munchlaxes. But you know what? Make sure you guys RCS to me, rate, comment, and subscribe, because I am bringing you these league battles every Wednesday. There will not be a league battle next Wednesday, because we get a bye. We are in the playoffs, and we don't have to battle next week. Thank God, because now the Boston Baratics can, you know what, we can relax for a change. We can relax for a week, and it's going to be fantastic. But make sure you RSS to me. Make sure you go check Isaiah out. I'm going to get the hell out of here. And I hope you guys all have a great day. I'll catch all of you all on the flip side.